is in your lovely hands.
Ow! Ow! 18 years, precisely. The planets will align ever so nicely.
Firstly.
The time to act will be at hand. Unleash the Titans, you monstrous band. Then the once proud Zeus will finally fall, and you, Hades, will rule all!
God will surely damn you. God will surely damn you.
The show Heroes Season 3 premiered on September 22nd, 2008, with an episode called The Second Coming. In this episode, one of the characters who has the ability to manipulate time and space witnesses a premonition of the destruction of the world. Another episode called The Butterfly Effect also aired on September 22, 2008, directly after The Second Coming, and tells the story of the release of villains from the prisons where they are residing on the 5th level of a facility known as the Company. This mirrors what the Book of Enoch mentions, as well as the Book of Revelation. In Enoch, the fallen angel Semjaza is imprisoned for 70 generations, or 4,900 years, in the valleys of the earth until he and other fallen angels who are bound there are released upon the earth during the day of the Lord. Revelation 9, 1-11 also describes the release of beast-like locusts coming out of the abyss.
The 9/23 date was also shown in the TV series called NCIS. The episode was called Last Man Standing, which was the first episode of the 6th season. The trailer shows the 9/23 date and then the question, do they suspect? And the answer is no. And then the lady's eyes seem to go dark and reptilian looking. The episode was called Last Man Standing.
The movie Run All Night premiered in 2015 and is an action thriller. This movie clearly reveals the September 23rd date, and while I do know that this movie has been covered on other channels who are tracking September 23rd, I found an interesting additional detail. The date, September 23rd, 1996, which is depicted on the newspaper, is the day after the weekend release of a movie known as Last Man Standing. This episode of The Simpsons premiered on October 12, 2014. There is unmistakable symbolism referring to the time period of 12 o'clock, which could mean the 12 o'clock midnight hour or 12 o'clock midday. So we see the 12 o'clock symbolism followed by the rapture clock at 0 even when it's turned off. And after that we see the 922 symbolism as the seconds seem to be counting upwards starting at 00.
Dry, hot weather will continue
until September 22nd, midday. And if the arc isn't finished by then, you will be. Is that when it's going to happen? September 22nd, midday?
High temperatures tomorrow back into the 90s everywhere right on through Tuesday. And the next 7 days...
Get on the Ark! Everyone on the Ark now!
In a trailer for the movie Pixels, we see yet again 923 symbolism. The Pac-Man game is shown with a score of 239,090, followed by Pac-Man falling out of heaven and coming to Earth, where he begins destroying everything in sight. Other video game villains also appear to come down from heaven to Earth after the 923 is shown. Keep in mind that 23/9 is how many countries write September 23rd.
Cops drain it?
Yes, this morning.
If I'm not back in 5 minutes, just wait longer.
Captain's log, stardate 23.9, rounded off to the nearest decimal point. We've traveled back in time to save an ancient species from total annihilation. So far, no signs of aquatic life, but I'm going to find it. If I have to tear this universe another black hole, I'm going to find it. I've got to, mister!
Great. One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now, for those who want to, let us pray for mercy and forgiveness, and the return of those who have left us.
As to the instantaneous disappearance of 2% of the world's population, your conclusion as to what happened, some 140 million souls, is, I don't know. Some 140 million souls is, I don't know. Some 140 million souls is, I don't know. Million souls is.
No matter what we suffered, we are still alive.
It's gonna be okay.
How's it gonna be okay? Please come home. Please come home.
She's not coming back. None of them are. She's not coming back. None of them are.
It wasn't the rapture! It wasn't the rapture! They were no better than us!
What you're doing is not making things better. We want them to remember something they want to forget.
They are trying to provoke us. We can never be weak.
For whoever is joined with all the living, there is hope.
Do you know where my family went? Do you know what it was?
It was a test for what comes now.
This sister posted a dream to her YouTube channel on September 23rd, 2013. I won't post her videos since it belongs to her, but I will summarize some things she said. She had a dream of destruction related to climate chaos, although she said she didn't know whether the destruction was the result of a meteor or tsunami or some other cataclysmic event. She was watching Obama on stage speaking about chaos, and he said, "We only have an hour left until most of us will be wiped away." The president then brings out the Pope, and both of them transform into another type of creature, another race of beings. She then said she saw something in the sky that appeared as a bright light, and thought it was a comet. This trailer was released back in May of 2014, and I found it very interesting because it appears to depict CERN, specifically CERN's dome, the breaking of the veil, and the people who become empowered with energy and discover that they have new powers.
What really happened that night? Dimensional barrier ruptured, unleashing unknown energies into our world. Antimatter, dark energy, X elements. Those are all theoretical. And how theoretical are you?
What's interesting about the bolt of lightning is that it broke through a glass veil or barrier in the ceiling of the facility where Flash is working. The symbology of breaking through the veil is stark here.
Searching for other metahumans like yourself. The sky went black, and then outside is inside.
What's also interesting is that Flash's original DC comic character was meant to run at a speed of faster than the speed of light, and to be able to travel through doors in time and defy the time-space constraints. Other movies like Lucy and I, Frankenstein depict the portion of the Large Hadron Collider, but show the same physical changes of the human body into a godlike body with superhuman powers.
Frankenstein. I was given life 200 years ago. Go my own life.
You have strength and speed and stamina, far beyond that of any human. You could use those gifts in a war that you are already a part of.
You cannot save the human race. Nothing can stop their demise.